If you're a woman over 50 and you've ever looked in the mirror thinking, why doesn't this outfit feel right anymore? You're not alone. Our style needs to evolve with us, and sometimes the key to looking elegant isn't adding more, it's letting go of what no longer works. Today I'm sharing 13 outdated clothing items that women over 50 should replace right now, plus the stylish, sophisticated pieces to wear instead. Let's get into it. 1. Capri pants that cut off the leg line. Let's start with one of the most common culprits I see in everyday style. Capri pants. You know the ones, those crop pants that stop mid-calf. They might seem like a safe, casual option, especially when the weather warms up. But here's the thing, they can actually do more harm than good when it comes to your silhouette. Capri pants visually cut your legs at the widest part of your calf, and that instantly shortens your entire frame. Even if you have long legs or a lean shape, the effect is the same. They make you look boxier, and they create an awkward proportion that doesn't flatter anyone, especially women over 50. Now, I'm not saying you need to ditch cropped pants altogether, but instead of capris that stop mid-calf, I want you to try ankle-length trousers or cropped pants that end just above the ankle bone. That few inches of difference, it changes everything. It elongates the leg, adds flow to your outfit, and creates that long, lean line that's so elegant. Choose structured fabrics like cotton twill, linen blends, or stretch crepe for a clean finish, and pair them with pointed toe flats or low block heels for that extra lift. You'll feel taller, lighter, and instantly more refined. 2. Boxy oversized t-shirts. Next up, let's talk about those big boxy t-shirts we all have in our closets. You know the kind, oversized, shapeless, and often in a plain cotton or jersey knit. Now listen, I'm all for comfort, but when it comes to looking elegant and polished, these tops just don't do us any favours. Boxy tees tend to hide your shape in the worst way. And what I see happen over and over is that women think they're covering up, but instead the lack of shape actually adds bulk. It makes you appear larger and less defined, especially through the waist and bust. Instead, I recommend switching to tops that still feel comfortable, but offer just a little bit of structure. A softly tailored blouse, for example, gently follows the curves of your body without clinging. Or try a knit top that skims your waist and defines your neckline. Details like a subtle V-neck, a gathered sleeve, or a slight taper at the waist make a massive difference. And here's the secret. It's not about being tight, it's about shape. Because when you wear something that shows where your waist is, or at least hints at it, it naturally balances your figure. So next time you reach for that boxy tee, try a structured knit or blouse instead. Tuck it lightly into your trousers or do a half tuck for a more relaxed look. You'll feel instantly more elegant without sacrificing comfort. 3. Loud, dated prints from the early 2000s. Now, this one might be a little controversial, but we need to talk about prints. If your closet still has those loud, swirling floral prints from the early 2000s, think busy paisleys, huge hibiscus flowers, or clashing colours, it's time for a refresh. These prints might feel fun or nostalgic, but the reality is they often read as outdated and overly busy, especially in today's more minimalist fashion landscape. Bold prints like these can overwhelm your frame and pull attention away from your beautiful face. They can also clash with accessories and make your outfit harder to style. And worst of all, they tend to date your entire look. Instead, I recommend opting for modern, elegant prints, soft florals, tonal patterns, classic stripes, or even better, lean into solid colours with texture. Neutrals like ivory, taupe, navy and charcoal are universally flattering and give you that quiet luxury vibe that looks expensive even if it's not. If you still love prints, just make sure they're updated. Look for more subtle patterns in muted tones, or prints that use negative space well, where the pattern doesn't take over the whole garment. And don't worry, I've linked a few of my favourite modern print pieces in the description below. These are styles that feel fresh, elegant, and totally wearable for women over 50. So go ahead and take a peek. A few small changes in your prints can transform your whole wardrobe. 4. Denim capris with embellishments or rhinestones. Alright, now this one has to go. Embellished denim. Yes. I'm talking about those capris with rhinestones, sequins, embroidery or sparkly back pockets. Now, I know they were fun back in the day. We all had a pair. But let's be honest, those kinds of details instantly age your outfit. They draw attention in all the wrong places, and they tend to give off a look that's more mall fashion from 2006 than elegant woman in 2025. The good news, there are so many flattering denim options now that feel fresh and grown up without the glitter. My go-to recommendation is a pair of clean dark wash jeans with no distressing, no embellishment and minimal pocket detail. Choose a straight leg or slim leg style that fits you well through the waist and hips. Mid-rise or high-rise is best for a smooth silhouette, especially if you're pairing it with a tucked-in blouse or a structured blazer. Dark indigo, black or even crisp white jeans can look incredibly sophisticated, and when styled with a polished loafer or a block heel and a tucked-in blouse, it's such a powerful, elegant look, and it's all denim. So if you've got a drawer full of bedazzled capris, consider donating them and investing in 1 or 2 timeless pairs that truly elevate your wardrobe. 5. Bulky fleece zip-up jackets. Let's talk outerwear, because this one's sneaky. You might not realise how much your jacket impacts the entire outfit, and fleece zip-ups, especially the thick, bulky ones, can instantly drag your look down. I know they're warm, I know they're practical, but if we're aiming for elegance, fleece zip-ups just aren't the move. They often add unnecessary bulk to your frame, especially around the arms and torso, and they tend to give off a super casual, almost sporty vibe, which might be fine for a morning hike but not for running errands as brunch or anything where you want to look put together. Instead, try layering with a soft knit cardigan, a wool blend wrap coat, or even a structured long line blazer. These pieces still offer warmth and comfort, but they add polish. A duster length cardigan in a neutral tone like oatmeal, grey or camel instantly elevates your outfit. A lightweight trench coat adds that classic sophisticated feel even over a simple top and jeans. And don't underestimate the power of fabric. Switching from fleece to cashmere, merino wool or even cotton blend knitwear can dramatically change the tone of your entire outfit. So next time you head out the door, reach for something soft and structured instead of bulky and casual. It's those subtle upgrades that really define an elegant woman's wardrobe. Tunics that look like tents. I know tunics have long been a go-to for women who want comfort and coverage. They feel forgiving, easy and flowy, but there's a fine line between flowy and shapeless. And unfortunately, many tunics cross that line, straight into tent territory. You've seen them, the tunics that drape straight down from the shoulders with no waist, no shape, and often no structure. They might feel like they're helping to hide areas you're self-conscious about, but what they're really doing is hiding your natural beauty. And worse, they can make you look larger than you are by completely erasing your silhouette. Now don't worry, I'm not saying you can't wear tunics at all. In fact, there are plenty of tunic style tops that still flatter and feel amazing. The key is to choose tunics that gently shape the body without clinging. Look for styles that taper in slightly at the waist, or tunics with side slits that break up the fabric and allow for movement. A high-low hemline is another great option. It gives you coverage in the back while keeping things lighter and more dynamic in the front. Fabrics matter too. Go for tunics in soft, drapey fabrics like crepe, modal or lightweight jersey, not thick, stiff cottons that hang like curtains, and stick with solid colours or subtle prints for a more sophisticated feel. When in doubt, balance a longer tunic with slim fit pants or tailored trousers. This creates that elegant contrast that flatters your frame and looks instantly more modern. You'll feel comfortable, yes, but also confident, sleek, and elevated. 7. Skirts that hit below the knee and flare out widely. Alright, let's talk skirts. More specifically, that old-fashioned mid-length overly flared skirt that lives in the back of your closet. You know the one. It usually hits right below the knee, flares out dramatically, and often has pleats or gathers that add even more volume. We used to call it the church skirt. And while it may have been a classic decades ago, today it's aging you. The problem with these skirts is the volume. They add bulk at the hip and thigh, which can throw off your proportions entirely. They also tend to look very conservative and a little outdated, especially when paired with flat shoes or older style blouses. So what should you wear instead? Try a sleek pencil skirt or a gently A-line midi skirt that hits just above or at the knee. A pencil skirt defines your waist and gives you that elegant hourglass shape, even if you don't have one naturally. And a midi-length A-line in a structured fabric creates beautiful movement without all the extra bulk. Look for materials like ponte knit, soft wool blends or structured cotton. And don't be afraid of a side slit or a wrap style cut. These add sophistication and a touch of modern flair. Pair your skirt with a fitted blouse tucked in or a light sweater that hits right at the hip, and always finish the look with a pointed flat ankle boot or low heel to elongate the legs. Trust me, this small change will make you feel so much more elegant and current. 8. Shiny, cheap-looking polyester blouses. This one might sting a little because so many stores still sell these blouses and they're everywhere. But just because they're on the racks doesn't mean they belong in your wardrobe. I'm talking about those shiny synthetic polyester blouses that cling in the wrong places, feel stiff to the touch, and reflect light in that overly plastic way. They might have pretty prints or come in fun colours, but they lack the luxury and polish that elegant women should aim for. Even worse, they tend to show every little lump or bump, and they trap heat, which is the last thing you want during a hot flash or warm day. So what's the alternative? Choose blouses made from matte, breathable fabrics like silk, crepe, cotton poplin, or even viscose. These materials fall softly against the body, don't reflect light harshly, and feel far more luxurious, even if you got them for under $40. Look for styles with a little drape, a subtle pleat, or a gentle V-neck, and make sure the fit is just right, not too tight, not too loose. A blouse that gently skims the body and floats over your midsection is far more flattering and timeless. And the best part? I've linked some of my favourite polished blouses for women over 50 in the description below. They're affordable, wearable, and most importantly, elegant. So if your closet still has those old shiny blouses, it might be time to let them go and upgrade to pieces that truly make you feel elevated. 9. Thick, bulky belts, worn over tops. Let's be honest, we've all been guilty of this one at some point. That thick, wide belt cinched tightly over a top, trying to create a waist. It was all the rage back in the 2000s, especially with long tunics or oversized sweaters. But now, it just looks forced. The problem with wide belts is that they visually cut your body in half. They add unnecessary bulk, especially if placed too high or too low. And they often make you look like you're trying too hard to shape your body instead of just dressing it beautifully. So what should you wear instead? Opt for a slimmer, understated belt, ideally in a neutral leather or a matte finish. Wear it with high-waisted trousers, jeans, or around the waist of a structured blazer or dress, but only when it enhances your shape, not when it forces one. If your goal is to define your waist, try garments that do the work for you. Think wrap dresses, darted blouses, or tailored jackets that naturally nip in at the midsection. And when you do add a belt, let it blend with your outfit, not steal the spotlight. It's not about making a bold statement, it's about refinement and proportion, which is where real elegance lives. 10. Pastel sweaters with cutesy embroidery. This one is sweet, but it's holding you back. Pastel sweaters with little embroidered flowers, cats, or quirky sayings may be charming, but they often make women over 50 look older than they really are. They send a message that's more playful than polished, more whimsical than sophisticated. Now don't get me wrong, I love a bit of colour, and I'm not saying you can't enjoy soft tones, but instead of going for a pale pink sweater with a daisy stitched across the front, try something like a cashmere or fine knit pullover in a rich neutral hue. Think camel, ivory, navy, burgundy, forest green or deep plum. These tones are not only elegant, but they pair effortlessly with everything from jeans to trousers to pencil skirts. And instead of embroidery, let the texture speak for itself. Ribbed knits, cable patterns, subtle detailing around the cuffs or neckline. These are the little touches that make your outfit look refined without feeling overdone. You can also elevate your sweater game by adding layered gold jewellery, a silk scarf, or a structured handbag. These accessories help transform a simple knit into something that feels polished, intentional, and luxurious. So if you still have a drawer full of pastel pullovers with cute critters or kitschy slogans, donate them, then replace them with a few elevated knits in timeless shades. Your wardrobe and your confidence will thank you. 11. Matchy outfits from head to toe. Alright, this one might surprise you, because for years we were told that matching everything was the key to looking put together. The same colour shoes, handbag and belt. Or wearing a full set like a pastel blouse with the exact same shade of pants and accessories to match. It felt polished, right? But in today's fashion world, looking elegant means blending, not matching. And when everything matches too perfectly, it can actually make the outfit look stiff, outdated, and even a little costumey. Don't get me wrong, I love a well-coordinated look, but modern elegance is about mixing tones, textures, and subtle contrast to create visual interest. It's that quiet sophistication where nothing is shouting, "Look at me," but everything just works. So instead of wearing a full monochrome outfit in one shade, like all baby blue or all peach, try mixing neutrals that complement each other. Pair ivory with soft camel, or charcoal with dusty rose, or a beautiful navy blouse with crisp white trousers and tan accessories. When you introduce texture, like a suede shoe with a silk top or a knit cardigan with leather accents, it elevates the entire outfit without looking overdone. Even when wearing one colour family, vary the shades. Think light beige pants, a cream blouse and a mocha-toned handbag. That's how elegant women dress, effortless, tonal and incredibly chic. So if your closet is still filled with perfect sets or accessories that were bought just to match one specific outfit, it's time to give yourself permission to mix. That's where the real magic happens. 12. Running shoes with everyday outfits. Okay, I know this one can be controversial, especially if you love comfort, but it needs to be said. Chunky athletic sneakers with everyday outfits are not doing you any favours, especially when your goal is to look elegant and polished. I'm talking about those thick-soled running shoes that belong at the gym or on a power walk, but somehow made their way into our weekend wardrobes. You might wear them with jeans or even leggings because they're easy, but visually they weigh down your outfit. They look clunky, overly casual, and frankly, a little frumpy. Now don't worry, I'm not saying you need to suffer in stilettos. There are plenty of stylish, comfortable shoe options that still feel elevated. Instead of athletic sneakers, go for a sleek leather sneaker in white, beige, or blush. Minimalist, low-profile styles are incredibly versatile and look amazing with jeans, dresses, or trousers. Or try a classic loafer. It adds structure and polish even to casual outfits. Pointed flats, ballet flats, or a block heel ankle boot are all comfortable, flattering options that still respect your feet and your fashion sense. Shoes matter. They can elevate or ruin your look in seconds. So if your everyday outfit is polished, but your shoes scream treadmill, swap them out, because nothing undermines elegance faster than the wrong footwear. 13. Stretchy pants with elastic waistbands and no structure. Let's be honest, we all love a little stretch. Comfort is important, but there's a difference between structured stretch that flatters and saggy stretch that just looks sloppy. If your closet has pants that are made of thin jersey knit or stretchy polyester, with a full elastic waistband and no shape, those need to go. They're comfortable, yes, but they offer no support, no silhouette, and no polish. They often sag at the knees, bunch at the crotch, and emphasize rather than smooth out your shape. Instead, look for pull-on trousers with a flat front and a built-in waistband. Something with a bit of stretch, yes, but in a thicker, more structured fabric like ponte knit, bengaline, or soft crepe. These kinds of pants smooth your midsection, skim your legs, and help define your shape. Even better if they have a side zip, hidden back zip, or minimal seams. That's the kind of clean look that feels elevated without sacrificing comfort. Pair these trousers with a soft blouse or tucked in top, and you instantly have an outfit that says, I take care of myself, even if you're just running errands or having coffee with friends. So a goodbye to the stretchy, shapeless pants of the past, and hello to grown-up comfort that still looks fabulous. If a few of these pieces sounded familiar, don't worry, upgrading your style is all about small intentional changes. I've linked all the polished alternatives I mentioned in the description below. Yes, some are a bit more of an investment, but they're timeless, flattering, and worth every penny for the elegance they bring to your wardrobe. For even more tips on dressing with style and confidence over 50, visit my website. And if you love handbags, be sure to check out my other channel, dedicated to helping women over 50 find the perfect elegant bag. You'll love what's waiting for you there.